Hello, Facebook family. This is Adelita. Happy Friday to you. And today I'm here to talk about a little bit about anxiety and the role of our emotions. I've been working with a lot of clients and people that are suffering from anxiety, especially now since COVID, the pandemic. A lot of people have stressful situations in their lives that may be health issues, financial issues, sometimes relationship issues, and those things are turning into what? Are turning into an episode of very stressful anxiety. So anything that it was a small problem before, it seems this pandemic and being locked up inside has brought it up out and into the open, so that we have to really face and look at it. What are the things that weren't working in our lives, and then now it seems like we have to address, like we don't have a choice, because now we're forced to stay home. And when we are forced to stay home, we tend to be less busy, and then now we're staying more quiet at home, and we have more time to reflect in our lives. And a lot of this insecurities and worries and stressful thoughts and feelings, they bubble up to the surface. So that's what I've seen a lot. And depending also on what kind of news you're consuming and what kind of people you're around, you could have really a hard time dealing and managing emotions. So here's what I suggest. Whatever it is that is uncomfortable emotionally, we need to feel it. Usually what we tend to do is suppress or repress our feelings. That's how we were programmed. That's how we're taught from childhood. If you really think and go back when you were a kid, every time you got angry, every time you got maybe even too happy or too excited, or maybe if you got upset, or if you got really, really sad and cried, right? What happens if you see a little kid really, really sad and crying? You want to go there and you want to fix it. So we're never allowed to express our emotions. There's always somebody that felt uncomfortable with that emotional expression and came and said, you know what? You shouldn't feel this way. How about you feel this way instead? Because that's uncomfortable for me to be around you when you're feeling too sad or too angry or too happy, perhaps. So I've seen cases of people that they had to turn down their happiness around family and certain people because just being happy alone would actually trigger, that would create stress and anxiety for the other people that couldn't access those emotional states. So here's a hint for today. So if you're feeling anxiety and stress, you don't know how to manage, one way to do it is to develop some mindful um, techniques and practices, such as learning about breathing and about meditation. It's not really hard. Our ego loves to say, oh, that's really hard, I can't do it. So then people like think that you have to be some kind of monk or some kind of saint to meditate. No, meditate is really simple. It's just as easy as sitting down, not doing anything, and not thinking like, oh, what do I need to go next? Even if thoughts come, you just let them go. You just let your thoughts go. You can observe your thoughts and you observe your breath. So you just stay with it. You just stay present with yourself. Just be present with yourself. How about that? If you just practice that 15 minutes a day, a lot of your stress, anxiety will go away. And you're going to open up more emotional space, mental capacity to actually be able to solve your problems, to be inspired to take action. I promise you that. It's crucial that we face our stressful situations, our anxious feelings, our anxiety, our insecurities, and that we're vulnerable and we're humble enough to admit that we have emotional work to do. that we do not know how to deal with our emotions. And that's why sometimes we have so much problems in relationships, because that's that's our emotional lab. That's where emotions come up. So if you're looking into getting into a relationship and you're trying to find, the right one and the perfect person, and you want to get into a relationship, before you do, make sure that you are working on yourself and your emotions, so that when you match up with somebody, you're going to be able to be more present with yourself and not get lost in a relationship, right? And you'll be able to discern your values, your boundaries, who you are, and what you want, what you don't want, right? So that's my tip for you today. And I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful weekend ahead. And I'll talk to you guys soon. Any questions, please let me know, comment, share. And I love to hear from you. I'll talk to you guys soon. Ciao.